Welcome to SVG-TV News for Thursday, April 11th, 2019. I am Rochelle Batiste with the details. In an effort to ensure Vincentians eat healthy, SVG's dietary-based guidelines were being looked at over the last 2 days by nutritionists and other personnel from the Ministries of Health, Agriculture and Education. This through a workshop facilitated by the Food and Agricultural Organization, the FAO, and the Zero Hunger Challenge Initiative. The Zero Challenge Initiative coordinator, Deborah Daniel Williams, stressed the importance of having more agricultural programs which are nutrition sensitive.
A critical first step is to improve knowledge on agriculture, nutrition, health nexus. A new path for agriculture development, one where agricultural growth is used not only to increase food production, but also to enhance nutrition and health. Traditionally, agriculture, nutrition, and health sectors have operated as separate entities. No longer. The future for agricultural development depends on fostering greater collaboration across all sectors. It gives me great satisfaction to state that we are bridging this gap through our joint effort to update the food-based dietary guidelines, which commenced in 2018.
Williams said she is hopeful that more ministries would get involved in promoting healthy eating habits. The National FAO correspondent Colleen Phillips congratulated the government of SVG for giving its full support for the dietary-based guidelines which continue to be developed. She said while the framework is in place, proper implementation is key for it to be a success.
Today, I want to hold you responsible. Hold you responsible in knowing that if this does not work, it's really your responsibility. It is going to be, the onus is on you to make it work. The onus really is upon the entire nation to make it work, to bid you a successful implementation on the food-based dietary guidelines. We are proud to announce that we indeed would be supporting the food-based diet, the implementation of the actual food-based dietary guideline this time around, so that we would not just be planning, but we would be executing. So you would see the fruits of your labor.
One of the facilitators of the workshop, Israel Rios, revealed that the country's nutritional statistics show that 50% of SVG's population is overweight, with 23.8% obese, including school-age children. Rios said these figures point to the importance for the food-based dietary guidelines.
Of the above could improve health outcome, and then food-based dietary guidelines address significant nutrition-related problem facing Caribbean and St. Vincent and the Grenadines population, such as overweight, obesity, and other diet-related chronic disease. Poor dietary pattern contribute to poor health and high chronic disease risk. And food insecurity affect the access of nutritionally adequate foods. Food-based dietary guideline in St. Vincent and Grenadines would be the basis of the health policy, agriculture policy, education, and social protection policy.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Health continues to plead with Vincentians to reduce the intake of sugar and salt, which it says is contributing to serious health issues in the country. This was pointed out by Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Cuthbert Knight, who emphasized the dangers of carelessly using salt and sugar.
It is well established that we need to cut back on our sugar consumption. It is not doing our bodies and our health any good. When cooking, we need to use less salt. Can you imagine? We will cook, we put salt in it, but we're still throwing in the seasoning salt. I mean, it's no rocket science to tell you you're adding salt and salt. But additionally, we are going to have at the table, the salt shaker, whatever you call it, to add more salt. The thing with sugar and salt is this. Persons will sit down and have a drink of whiskey, alcohol. I don't see that there's sugar in it, no salt in it. But we sit to have the salad and with your salt in it. We sit to have the tea with your sugar in it. I'm not saying to you that you're doing something which might necessarily be wrong.
The Ministry of Health has been focusing on chronic non-communicable diseases, which recent statistics show contribute to diabetes and hypertension, among other health-related ailments. Knight said that resorting to fruits and vegetables may not be the ordinary norm, but he asks that persons make this change for the sake of their loved ones.
And this is a fact. I said to you, this country has an abundance of food, and nature provided such variety of food for a purpose. The good book tells us that the herbs were provided not only as a form of food, but also for our health and well-being, and we are to eat appropriately. So we are saying following proper prescriptions for healthy eating can help in reducing the risk of developing CNCDs. Also, a subsequent reduction in incidence of these diseases, their complications, and also the related cost for care and treatment that has to be provided by the state.
Increased capacity as well as a reduction in the cost of electricity have been identified as positive steps which stakeholders in the fisheries sector can look forward to. This was noted by Minister of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries, Subota Caesar, as the government yesterday signed an agreement with the Jamaica-based company Rainforest Seafoods Inc. for a processing plant which will be established at Calico. Minister Caesar said the Fisheries Department is also looking to partner with stakeholders to create a modern high seas fishing fleet.
The cabinet approved 3 weeks ago for the ministry to send out requests for proposals. And just like how we did it with the fishery centers, just like how we are doing now with the public-private partnership with Rainforest Seafoods, we are now seeking to establish an SVG-based high seas fishing fleet as part of a 2019-2025 fleet expansion program. Also, we are seeking investors who will come to St. Vincent and the Grenadines who would have an interest in establishing 5 modern fish farms to sustainably harness resources from the blue economy.
Minister of Finance Camilo Gonzalez said special provisions have been made to equip fisherfolk with the capacity to benefit from the blue economy.
We have to get more fishermen and fisherwomen equipped with boats, with engines, with lobster pots and the like to get out there and sustainably harvest some of these riches. I know that in Belize, Rainforest Seafood has done a fair bit of work with the fishing communities where it is to help improve their own capacity and knowledge in harvesting the right type of seafood, the type that is wanted in Hong Kong and China and the rest of it. And I'm sure that they will play a similar enabling and educating role here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Rainforest Seafood ships lobster, live lobster, from Jamaica to China, and hope to do the same thing here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And that's why it's no accident that this meeting is taking place.
Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonzalez said the cost of electricity is a factor which affects production and productivity in the country, and that the soon-to-be completed geothermal project will help to lower the cost, making it cheaper for business to flourish.
As a cross-cutting issue, and the price of electricity is going to fall, But more importantly for you, not only will it fall, but it will remain stable at a moderate level for the next 20 odd years, and that is not going to depend on any vagaries of oil movement, terrorism, political consideration, Palestine, Israel, the question of having spot buying in advance and artificial manipulation of the energy, the fuel market and so on. So you're going to find, so you can have a sense of predictability of your costs, an important component of your costs.
Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves said he is looking forward to working with the Rainforest Seafoods company to ensure the sustainability of the local fisheries sector. PM Gonsalves said in many countries the effects of climate change and overfishing of species such as conchs has affected the sector.
Because I notice I've been reading up that Jamaica, climate change and overfishing.
Poaching a lot.
And poaching, climate change, overfishing and poaching have created a problem with your supply of conch. And I see there's some problem of that too in the Bahamas. But so we have to be careful that from the very beginning, and I discussed this at Cabinet with Saboto, and I had a special session with the people from the Fisheries Department, well, more than one session for some time ago, as to, since we're going to have a long-term partnership, we not only have to deal with the conch now, but to look to make sure that we have enough conch for the future. The same thing for the other species, for the lobster, but the one of immediate concern, obviously, all what has been happening would be the conch.
The Prime Minister gave the assurance that measures will be put in place to ensure the quality of fish products available for local consumption will continue to be the same when the Jamaican-based company begins purchasing fish from local fisherfolk.
I just want to assure persons that Rainforest coming in to buy from our fisherfolk and to export doesn't reduce the extent to what is available for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We have enough, just like how we have enough pigs, even we sell to Grenada, and enough cattle, because we're managing it properly. I mean, for instance, with our cattle, we get artificial insemination system, products and systems out of Jamaica to improve the quality of our bulls and so on and so forth, and our cattle generally. So there are scientific ways. This is why I said, that's why I tell you, modern, competitive, many-sided, post-colonial. Post-colonial means nobody owes us a living. We have to find our way and produce our good and service. Where they buy it is good quality for good money, then they will buy it. That is the way in which we are seeking to build this.
CEO of Rainforest Seafoods, Brian Jardim, said he is delighted to invest in SVG and is looking forward to a fruitful partnership with the government.
So it's going to be for us a learning experience. We came with a full team to meet with contractors. We went into the night last night. We met 3. We have 2 more today. We're investigating sewage situations, water supply, building out our dock and pier, etc. And this is what we say in Jamaica, not a finky investment. This is the real deal, and we are here with 10 million EC to be put into Calico in the next 12 months of investment. And as Minister Gonsalves said, our minimum objective is 20 million EC a year of product, which is approximately $7.5 million US, which is sort of the threshold to make an investment like this worthwhile. There are other species like sea cucumber, which are big opportunities. So we'll have a full cooking facility, drying facility, etc. for that. Conch which for example, we saw in Union Island, was mind-blowing. I mean, with all the crawls and the pens and the resources there, and the ability to get it to market, to get that premium, is what we need to work on now.
Orthopedic mission under the World Pediatric Project is expected to perform surgeries on 15 children at the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital. The children selected to undergo surgeries were those with severe bow legs and clubfoot disease. In an interview with our news team yesterday, lead Dr. Matt Miller, who is an orthopedic surgeon from St. Louis, Missouri in the United States, said orthopedic surgeries has to be carefully done to ensure their success, and they are grateful for the support from the staff at the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital.
Probably the two most common conditions that we've treated this time are something called Blount's disease, which is severe bow legs. The tibia is pretty common in here in the Caribbean. So we've done different types of surgery. So some smaller surgery to alter the growth plate. We've also done larger surgeries where we have to cut the bone to get things in better alignment. Our second most common condition that we've done surgery for is clubfoot. So that's a congenital foot problem. So we've done with a combination casting or more extensive surgeries to help get the foot in a better spot. So all the surgeries have gone well so far. And we have 4 more scheduled for tomorrow.
This year, Barbados and St. Lucia had similar missions, which reduced the number of patients coming to SVG from other OECS countries. However, Director of the WPP Eastern Caribbean, Jacqueline Brown, said 74 children with orthopedic problems were seen thus far in SVG by their team of doctors.
We had 4 out of St. Kitts, we had 4 out of St. Lucia, we had 2 out of Grenada, Tortola 1, Dominica 1, and out of that we had a total of 15 surgeries planned. To date we had the first 3 yesterday, we had 5 today, we have another 3 or 4 tomorrow. And of course, what is important, we have our physical therapist, Donna Griffin, on board, who helped during clinic and during the post-op period in terms of ambulation.
One parent who flew in from Tortola to have her 7-year-old daughter correct a problem said she has with her leg, said she is grateful that her daughter was selected to undergo surgery.
I feel good because she's been suffering it from the time she was 3 years old. But the doctor that I was seeing in Tortola said that she had bow leg and she would outgrow it. So I had to go to him every year to do tests, but every year her foot was bending more and more. So I stopped. And it's so happy that her teacher told me, and that's how I got connected with guys down here.
This is the first orthopedic mission for the year. A similar mission is expected in September. Customers of telecommunication company Flow can now share live special moments faster and easier with access to increased data plan with upgrades to its prepaid data packages. The plans were launched today in the British Virgin Islands, Grenada, Dominica, St. Lucia, and here in SVG. The company says the new upgrade data packages will eventually be rolled out throughout the Caribbean market. Flow Country Manager Wayne Hull said the new plans are designed to enable millions to make connection each day across their network.
And a new proposition, we are making it simpler for customers to connect and share without worrying about running out of data. Our customers, they want to call anyone. They want unlimited access to social media, unlimited text messaging, and they want simple plans with no surprises in charges and billing to their accounts. And this is exactly what we are delivering to them. Our business, we are no longer talking about megabytes. We are going to be the gigs company. So today, our announcement here is going to be historic in terms of the telecoms landscape here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Customers have so many options to download movies, stream music, share their photos across all of our networks, and we have given these customers much more data with our new plans. Our company and this new campaign is about creating special moments and how we make it easier and faster with our new prepaid mobile data plans. And these plans would give customers up to 10 gigabits of data.
Hull said that the plans would be available from tomorrow, April 12th, 2019.
And them was always on. And the plans will come with unlimited social media messaging on the most popular social media platforms, and that includes Snapchat, WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And we have packaged that in an acronym called SWIFT. Yeah? The plans would also comprise of voice minutes to call any network, any local network. And I think a cool feature, or the key feature of this plan, is where the customer will be connected to the network throughout the entire duration of the plan. So whether you have a 1-day plan, a 3-day plan, even if you run out of your main data, you will still have access to those social media platforms. And this is why we're saying the plans are keeping the customers always on the network.
The Flow country manager said it will be a great time for their employees to deliver their best customer service.
Of passion to our customer service that would require every single employee to be focused on delivering the best experience to our customers. It's about how we enable our customers to share those life moments, no matter how small or big, or and even sort of ensuring that persons are able to capture those moments. And we at Flow would be the network that enable those moments to be captured. So effectively, our new tagline for our employees is that we are moment makers. Yeah, we are the ones who will help our customers to share memorable moments with their friends, their families, their workplace, and even here in St. Vincent and across the globe.